Hey developers! I am Katarina Sheremet, Google developer expert in Flutter and Dart. Welcome to my channel. If you are working with Flutter, you know how fast the framework evolves with new features, updates, and sometimes breaking changes. Keeping up can be overwhelming, especially if you are working on multiple projects or collaborating with a team. But don't worry, today I'll show you how to pin Flutter version for your project so everyone is on the same page. Why would you want to pin the version of Flutter in the first place? Well, the Flutter framework is updated frequently, and sometimes these updates include breaking changes. For large projects or teams, it's critical to have a consistent environment to avoid bugs or broken features when you are in the middle of development. Having each project logged to a specific version of Flutter also makes it easier for new developers to jump in without worrying about compatibility issues. Sounds helpful, right? Let's dive into how to set this up. If you're starting from scratch, here's the first step. Create a new Flutter project using Flutter create command. Now, let's initialize Git and commit the initial project. Perfect! We've set up our basic project and version control with Git. Now, onto the fun part, pinning the Flutter version. Next, we'll add the Flutter framework as a submodule. This command adds the Flutter framework as a Git submodule on the stable branch. This ensures that your project will always use this specific version of Flutter, even as new versions are released. Now that we've pinned the Flutter version, it's time to run the project using this specific version. Use the following command to run your project with the pinned Flutter version. And there you go. Your project is now using the pinned version of Flutter. If you are working in VS Code, you'll want to ensure your editor is using the pinned version of Flutter too. Here's how. Open or create settings.json file in your VS Code and add the path to the Flutter SDK. If you're working with a team, it's essential that everyone uses the same version of Flutter. After making all these changes, push them to your repository. I've published the project on GitHub. You'll find the link in the description. And from the project, you can see that the hidden Flutter folder has a reference to the stable branch of the Flutter framework. When your teammates pull the latest changes, they just need to run next to commands to sync their local environment. That's it. You've pinned the Flutter version for your project. Now everyone on your team can have the same version and you won't have to worry about unexpected issues when Flutter updates. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give thumbs up and subscribe for more Flutter tips and tutorials. Thank you for watching and happy coding!